friends, welcome to My So Bliss. Today I wanted to recap a little bit about something I did over this past weekend. If you've seen my stories or Instagram posts or shorts here on YouTube, then you have seen I was at the Garden of Quilts. The Garden of Quilts is in Lehi, Utah at a place called Thanksgiving Point. They have the Ashton Gardens, which is 50 acres of beautiful landscaped gardens. There's streams running through it and beautiful flowers, some unique flowers that I've never seen anywhere else, and just a stunning landscape. And they have added over 500 quilts in the gardens. They are on display for this weekend, and you get to walk around and see them. There's also classes, vendors that you can go and see, lectures that you can go to. They even have a tea time or a maker meet and greet. There is so much to do, and it is so much fun. So I have gone, I don't even know how many years I've gone for. I think it's been going on for 7 years maybe. I don't think I've gone every single year, but I've gone to a lot of them. I've only taken classes twice though, so that's been a really fun experience for me to be able to do. This time it was a 2-day class, which is a lot, I feel like, for any sewing class. So it was 2 full days. It was a big class, and there were 17 people in it. It was taught by Verushka of Pride and Joy Quilting. I absolutely love her. She was one of the people that I was like, I need a class from her before I die, because I could just tell the way she teaches, the way she talks, the way she sews her creations. I'm like, I want to learn from her. I want to hear her experiences, and it did not disappoint at all. She was absolutely wonderful. Such a joy to be around and learn from, in sewing and in life lessons as well. I felt like there was a lot to be learned on the whole 2-day experience. So it was wonderful. I'll show you what we worked on. She has a full quilt, but as she has gone around teaching classes, she has made these capturing memories blocks and then teaches them in the classes. And so she designed them for a bunch of the classes she did do. This was an older design that she decided to do for the Garden of Quilts. It's called Capturing Memories Village Charm. I'll put a picture right here as well of the full quilt, which I don't plan on making, but who knows? Never say never. I know it would be fun to make some of the other blocks as well, but I don't know if that'll actually happen. So this is the one, like I said, we worked on in class. I didn't come as prepared as I was hoping to be, so I felt like I could have gotten more done if I had my pieces cut out previously, but I didn't. So I finished, this was what we started down here on this piece. She started showing us, and this is foundation paper piecing. That is her specialty. She understands it and makes these patterns and has so many amazing quilts. She won best of show at QuiltCon this past year. She's won other awards in past years, but absolutely incredible. So just seeing her quilts in person, seeing her in person, the quilts, the detail, the thought, the process that goes into it is incredible. And so very cool to learn all of her tips and tricks. So we started here, right, with the water and the bridge and the stuff. So I got that done, and then I was able to start on the landscape. But as you can see, I mean, I have a bunch of little pieces done, but I think there was like one main one that I didn't do in time to put them all together before the class was over and we had to rush out. So unfortunately I didn't get more done, but I'm excited to work on it more and really use those skills that she taught us. Like I said, the tips and tricks were so worth it to take a class from her and learn all this information. She's just a wealth of knowledge, and it was absolutely amazing. I did get a kit from her for the class, which I felt like was really good because then it didn't put more pressure on me getting ready to go to the class. It was like, oh, I have everything right here for me. I don't have to print everything out. I don't have to get all the fabrics ready. I don't have to do all these things. It was just like, okay, pack it all up and let's go and have fun and learn and have a good experience. And it was great. So highly recommend any class you could take from Verushka, or even just hearing on Saturday. So we went to class Thursday, Friday, we had class, and then Saturday we were able to go walk around the gardens, the 50 acres, and see all the quilts hanging. And along with that, they have lectures in the gardens and underneath a big tent. So it's very comfortable. There's chairs and everything. And Verushka was one of those lecturers one of the days, and she showed off her quilts, talked about her process, how she got into it. And that was really cool to hear about, and just the details behind her thought process of making the quilts, or designing quilts, because she taught herself and then grew and is now making patterns and making these designs. And it's fun to see. We all make mistakes, we all have mess ups, and how she learned and grew from those is very inspiring and makes me realize, like, oh, okay, it's okay to mess up. You just learn from those mistakes and then move on. Like, how great is that? So I really enjoyed those lectures as well. And then we spent the rest of the time looking at quilts, just walking around the gardens, and it was absolutely beautiful. It was a beautiful day, perfect weather. It was a little overcast, so it wasn't too hot. Some years it has gotten pretty warm, but they have enough shade. There's tents covering a lot of the quilts, so it works out really nicely. And like I said, it's just beautiful to walk around. And if you saw my reels or shorts, you will have seen like a little recap of them, but I'll put some more pictures in this video as well of the quilts that I felt inspired by, and I just loved, because you see so many different varieties. You see modern quilts, you see vintage quilts, you see foundation paper piece quilts, you see English paper piece quilts, you see full hand quilted quilts. You see like applique, or like, I don't even know, there was one that, well, there's a bunch, and I think it's like an applique type version that you still have the raw edge, but it's like layering on top of each other to create the picture, and just looks really cool. And I'm like, I want to try that sometime. So very inspiring weekend, and just makes you want to go home and sew and design a quilt, make a quilt, be with your sewing machine, and enjoy that time. So it was really nice doing the class and being able to walk around as well. At the very end, which I think I was also so exhausted by the end that I was like, I don't care as much. If we would have done this first, I probably would have bought more. But they have the barn, which is a nice just indoor area, large indoor space. And they have vendors set up that come in, and lots of quilt shops come in, and companies like Caterpillar, Aliso, Legit Kits was another one that was there. People like that will come in and have their booths, and then you can buy kits, buy fabric, buy products, anything, notions. I even bought these cute baskets from Africa. I'm gonna go grab them and I will show them to you. Okay, I'm back. I got a giant basket. These were just so cute. The lady, I love talking to the lady at the booth. She was just so nice, so friendly. It's from Wola, but they have an Instagram. I'll link their site below, but these are hand woven. It's made out of elephant grass, like meant to be used, meant to be used. And even she was like, you could spray them off, you can wash them. So that was cool to hear. And then since I bought a big one, it was like half off a small one, so I got a small one too. Wouldn't that be so cute for fabric scraps? So big fabric, little fabric. We'll see. Maybe I'll probably use them throughout my house too, but or even just put like a quilt in here. I think it would be so pretty. So I bought that, and then the only fabric I actually bought was this, which I really shocked myself by doing that. But this is 108-inch wide backing and 3 yards of it, and I just absolutely loved this fabric, and I was like, all right, well, sold there. And I got it, so it was great. I have a few quilts in mind that I need to buy fabric for, but also I just was feeling so indecisive that day that I wasn't able to choose fabric. Oh, do you ever have those days where it's so hard to like make the decisions? That's how I feel. So I need to make decisions and continue on those quilts. But that is a little bit about our weekend at the Garden of Quilts. And I keep saying I should have said I went with my mom. She came in town to go to the class with me and come to Garden of Quilts with me. We've done it for a couple years now, and it's been really fun and enjoyable. So, and I love that it's so close to me. I live about 30 minutes away from it. So it works out really nicely that it's so close to home. And I highly recommend, if you ever have a chance to come to it, you definitely should. It's just rejuvenating, beautiful in the gardens. It's every September. I believe they try and do it the second weekend in September every year. So it's always around the same time. The weather has been great. We did get like a little slight rain, but it was great. I'm hoping next year I can actually submit some quilts. I haven't before, but you can submit your quilts. You have to do it pretty early, so that's why. I always forget to do it. So you have to submit your quilts and then send them in, and you can then see them being hung in the gardens. And it's kind of like a little treasure hunt to go find your own quilt and take a picture with it. So that's my goal next year, to get some quilts into the Garden of Quilts. So if you have any questions about it, let me know. I'm happy to answer anything you might want to know about it. But really an enjoyable experience and full of so much inspiration. I absolutely loved it. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Make sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up for more sewing tutorials and content. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!